Tumblr. It's your girl, the Uppity Negros. And I told myself I was going to be making these videos about once a week. I said that about 2 weeks ago. So as you know, I'm lazy as hell. But here I am. I think that they'll be a little bit more easy to make if they had a theme. So for my second video, maybe? Okay, yeah, second video. First, since I guess the first one's more of an introduction. I am going to be on the subject of natural hair and white women. I actually have a lot of interesting things to say about this. As you guys can see, I have my natural hair. No perm. Just, it's usually just an afro. You guys can look at my avatar picture and see that, it's just an afro, but this time I blew it out. And, the interesting thing about my hair is that I don't know if other naturals go through this. I mean, I read about it, but I find a lot of more white women tend to be more fascinated, more appreciative of my hair, which is really not. You know what I'm saying? Because it's I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, that's pretty much it. I find that they just a lot more ooh and ah in my hair rather than being you nappy headed hoe. You need a perminator, to quote the illustrious Nicki Minaj. But on the same time, they seem to have a lot more entitlement. I have I have this thing where I just don't like people to touch my hair. And for the most part, it's not really a big issue. It has become, I mean, there are more incidents rather than this is an issue. I'll have people I know at school come to me and touch my hair and it says, touch my hair once. I'm like, could you not do that? And that's the end of them touch my hair. And they're students like me, so they're students. And then we'll have people who just aren't my nails terrible? Then my ex history teacher, for instance, she zones me out with how much she feels the need to touch my hair. I'm gonna put you in perspective. I went natural maybe about 10th grade year, sophomore year, 10th grade. I don't know what country you're watching this in, but that's high school. So she was my history teacher when I was a junior in 11th grade, or grade 11, whatever, like I said before. So she's never not seen me with my natural hair. And for some reason, when I was a student, I go to class every day, pay attention, take notes, yada, yada, yada. But when I moved on up to the senior year, all of a sudden she decided it's completely appropriate for me to touch my hair, for me to touch her hair every time I see her. And it's just honestly, really? You're going to touch my hair every time you see me? But here's me. I could be walking down the hall. All of a sudden, I don't know where she comes from, but she'll just reach over, do this, touch it, and they're like, hello, Jocelyn. How are you this afternoon? Yeah. Just petting me like I'm a cat. We'd be talking about, New Orleans or something, and she'll just be, patting my hair, and this is what the actual fuck? I mean, no matter what I do, if I blow it out, she'll touch it. If I leave it in an afro, she'll touch it. I put in 2-strand tips, she'll touch it. I straighten it, she'll touch it. She'll go out of her way. I'll actually take a couple of steps back, kind of letting her body language know, don't even go there. And she'll still reach for it. You guys know body language for when you're not supposed to touch somebody. Actually, it's not even body language, it's just politeness. I mean, imagine if I just went around to everybody with straight hair and they're saying, oh, your hair is so straight. Ooh, let me touch it. I mean, could you imagine how weird that would be if you're white and you're just ooh, girl, I'm about to touch your hair. Girl, what's new with you? It's sometimes that shit hurt. She'll go out of her way, mess it up. You see this? You see how my hair is going down? She'll do this and walk away. And I'm just it's not going to fall back down by itself. So that's what really pissed me off. And my art teacher, who I was smart enough to nip in the bud with this, reached for my hair one day. I said, could you kind of not touch my hair? So like she decided, so she didn't do it right then and there. Like about 2 days later, I see her. I'm sitting next to her trying to work on the shading project. Let me tell you, I'm terrible at shading. I don't even know why I took art, but we're not. That is neither here nor there. But next thing I know, I'm looking out the side of my eye, and I just see a hand reach for me. I'm just kind of like, what on earth are you doing? You're like, it's just that your hair is so touchable. I know you don't like to be touched, but I think you should let people touch it because your hair is something that should be touched. I grew this hair. I think I know what should be touched. I mean, I understand that, black people, for the most part, the only ones with Afro kinky textured hair, and mostly everybody else in the world has straight hair or curly hair or whatever. But it's just like, there are a lot of other things that are different about me. Like, my skin's different, but you don't see people just randomly rubbing my arms and my ass is big, but you don't see people just, like, grabbing, like, my lower end, saying, like, oh, well, I don't have one of these. I'm going to grab it. I mean, I see people with fur coats. I don't walk up to them and just start patting their fur. I don't touch people with straight hair. So it's like, like, or another girl in my class. She's a sweetheart. She's a delight. She's also white. But this is her. Your skin is so soft. She just like petted me for like 20 minutes during class, petting my hair and my skin, and talked about how soft everything was. This was this weirdest occurrence of my entire life. Like, just pet me all day long. Well, not all day long, but all class period long. This is like a 40-minute class. So, but you just imagine somebody touching you. Like, she was being complimentary, but you just don't understand. It's like they don't really understand that that's just weird for you to be touching me. Even if you're not touching anything sexual, if you're just touching my arms or my hair, it's still like weird because I don't know where your hands been, Like, I don't know if you wash your hands every time you go to the bathroom. Like, I guess my bottom line here is that, like, you're not entitled to touch me just because I look different from you. I'm just trying to live my life, do me, and I think I should be able to get through my day without having people pet me. And, well, that's my whole point. So, time to take this into consideration. If you see somebody who looks a little different from you, even if you are curious as hell, don't just be petting them for no goddamn reason, because you're not entitled to do that. Okay? Bye, everybody. Kisses.